Hello, class of 2021. This is Mr. Fry and Mr. Main here, your advisors. The auditorium was full today, so we are doing our class meeting through the TV. It's December, believe it or not. Interims, I think, are pulled today or Friday. We're halfway done, second marking period of your sophomore year. I told you the first time we met, go do something. Get out of your comfort zone. What have you done? Have you gone to a couple football games? Have you joined a club? Do you have plans and maybe going to the winter ball or doing something interesting this year? If you aren't, you're missing the boat, right? The good news is we got a lot of time left, but it's going by fast. So we're here today with some of your classmates, some of your class officers to talk about some of the ways information is going to go out to you, some big things coming up. So that's where we're at.
Speaking of big things, you know I'm a planner, Mr. Fry. What are you doing on Saturday, May 8th, 2021?
2021. I mean, I'll probably be at the gym maybe. I
know protein shakes working out.
Yeah.
Save that night. It's
Okay.
our prom. It's our senior prom. You wouldn't believe it, but our class cabinet.
Did you just ask me to the prom?
First promposal. You saw it here
in.
first, folks. We are already getting our contract together and our deposit in, and our class cabinet students. We're getting involved with the building. So here to tell us more information, we have Molly to tell you our Instagram account and how you can follow us, get more information. Molly?
Hi everybody, I'm Molly. I am in charge of the Instagram account for the North Penn Class of 2021. If you'd like to follow it, it is at NP Class of 2021. Currently, we have 2 polls up to choose the apparel we are going to sell later in the year. And the winner of those 2 polls will go through their own poll to choose the only thing we will sell. Also, if you follow these accounts, we are going to be giving away 5 $10 Wawa gift cards. If you want to win a Wawa gift card, I would recommend following that account to win a Wawa gift card. Back over to Mr. Fry and Mr. Main.
Thank you.
All right, great. So that's going to be how we're going to, our goal is to get the information out to you as best as we can. So our class cabinet has decided that one of the main ways we're going to do that is through these Instagram and Twitter accounts. So if you have a chance, your teacher doesn't mind, you take your phone out and follow that right now, or do it later on today. All right?
And Mr. Fry, I did hear we already broke some records about how many followers we have compared to like some other grades. So just putting that out there, continue to get our numbers up.
Yeah, we have more followers than the juniors and seniors combined. So the goal would be if we all followed it, it's a great way to get you'll be able to get all the information. You talked about senior prom, believe it or not, we're already starting to plan also for our Disney trip, which is a senior trip, which is an optional trip that we go to Disney for how many days?
6 days now. 6
Yeah,
days, 5 nights.
Yeah. So to give you some information about that, Stacy's here with a special member from the senior class to tell us how they got themselves together and started already in their sophomore year to get set to go on the senior trip. Stacy.
Hi, I'm Stacy Liang and I'm your treasurer. Believe it or not, we're already planning for the senior class trip. So we brought in JP Gratton, the senior treasurer, to tell us more information about the trip and fundraising so we don't have to take out our whole life savings to go on it. First off, what is the Disney trip?
So as Mr. Main mentioned, the Disney trip is 6 days and 5 nights now. We get to fly down together as a class, leave during the day, and it's awesome because you're basically all on your own for the 6 days down there with your closest friends. It's a great senior memory. You go to all the Disney parks as well as water parks and Universal Studios as well. Transportation is provided, and it's just an all-around great trip, last senior memory together with your classmates, so it's a lot of fun.
So do you pay for your own food, hotel, transportation, all of that?
So you will pay in the beginning when you sign up for the trip. You'll pay, this year the cost is $1,440. That includes everything from hotel, food, park tickets, and all that stuff. So once you put in that initial payment, that you're good for all that. You can bring your own money if you want for souvenirs and stuff like that, but that initial payment will cover all of the logistical things.
So you said it was $1,440?
Yeah, $1,440.
Yes, sorry.
That's the cost for this year. It'll probably change for when you guys are going, but that's our cost.
Okay, so like that seems a lot. So do you think we could fundraise?
Yeah, there are many fundraising opportunities, and you can even start as early as you want pretty much. You can sell chocolate. That's pretty much the main one that people do. You get the box, and you've probably seen all the people selling chocolate around school. So you can raise a lot of money for your trip that way. I know a lot of people who have raised a few $100 selling chocolate, and that's a big chunk of the trip, so it's very helpful to fundraise with chocolate and other ways.
So once you get all the fundraising money, where do you keep the money? Do you have like a Disney account?
Yeah, so every student who signs up for the trip, you'll have your own individual Disney account, and that's part of the greater class account as well. So that Disney account will basically have all of your deposits, your fundraising money if you choose to do that. So that'll help you keep track of the money, and you can ask your advisors and they'll check how much you have. But you can just keep making deposits and keep adding to that account until you get up to the cost of the trip.
So after you paid your dues, do you have to do anything else like sign forms or like join a Google Classroom?
So there is, you guys don't have the Google Classroom yet, but my class, the senior class, we have our Disney Google Classroom, and I'm sure you'll have one as well eventually. So you join that, and that's where a lot of the trip information will be. There's forms like the intent to participate form that you need to have filled out before you can sign up. So once you get all that set up, and you'll have to do all that before you can officially sign up for the trip.
Okay, so one last question. Do you think this trip is worth it?
I absolutely think the Disney trip is worth it. I'm going to be going this spring. It's an amazing senior memory to have. One last trip with all your friends, and you get a lot of time to do things on your own. You'll see your chaperones just once in the morning, once at night, and whatever park you're at that day, you'll pretty much have free reign. So it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it to everybody.
All right, this was great. Thanks, JP. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, JP. Yeah, I mean, I still remember my senior trip. It's a memory you will always, always treasure. When North Penn takes over the airport and we have 2 to 3 planes that are all just North Penn students, there's nothing like it that you'll ever experience again. Something also that's very rare to our school that you won't experience is dances with over like 1,000 students. And you don't have to wait for senior year for that. We have our first opportunity for that coming up just next month in January. And here to talk about it, we have Allie Lindsay.
Hi, my name is Allie Lindsay, and I'm here to talk to you about Winter Ball. Winter Ball is an all-school event. So on Saturday, January 5th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., we'll be hosting our Winter Ball here. The first ticket sale will be on December 10th to December 14th with a cost of $25 per person. The second sale will be from December 17th to December 19th for $30 per person. All of your obligations must be completed before you can buy your ticket. If you are bringing a non-North Penn guest, you must go to your home office to get a form, fill it out, bring it back to your home office, get a ticket that will allow you to go buy a ticket for your guest. Hope to see you there.
All right, Allie, thanks. Yeah, the Winter Ball is one of those really cool events we have here. I think last year we had almost 1,500 kids there. You won't even realize till you leave North Penn and you go off and you say, oh, I had a dance in my school with 1,500 people, that you don't realize how different that is. So it's really a great chance to go and do something as a big class. We don't do too many really full class things or full school things. And especially as sophomores, it's really not something you want to miss. So we have our president here, Gerald. He's got a special guest that's going to answer some questions that you might have as you're sitting there about the Winter Ball. Gerald.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. I'm Gerald Libby. I'm your class president, and I'm here with Janice Park, the junior class president. How are you, Janice?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Now, tell me, why should we all go to Winter Ball?
It's one of the biggest dances at the school. It combines sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It's overall a fun time, and I really encourage everyone to try and go out.
How was your experience at Winter Ball sophomore year?
Last year, when I went to the Winter Ball, I had a fun time. I pre-gamed with my friends, came to the dance, danced for hours, and then left with a good memory.
Do juniors and seniors regret not going to sophomore year?
I do know some people that have regretted it, and I know they're going this year, which is good, and I recommend that every sophomore should try and go out.
What do boys and girls wear to match the proper decorum?
Girls normally just wear like a dress, like if you guys had a 9th grade formal, like those dresses that you guys wear. And boys, you guys can wear like a nice shirt, a dress shirt, and pants. And you can wear a suit if you want, but not a lot of people do.
Will this be a type of dance where you bring a date, or you don't have to bring a date?
It's not like those kind of dances. That's more like prom. This dance, you really don't need a date. It's kind of more like you get together with your friends and then you can go out and dance.
Well, I know this girls normally take off their heels to dance. Would they be able to put their heels in a location where they'll know it's safe?
Last year, I remember a lot of people put their heels in the sports lobby, just like on the cases and wherever. And it probably isn't the safest, but I don't have any like people coming up to me telling that they lost their heels. So I'm pretty sure everyone found their heels at the end of the night.
Okay. Now, it is winter time and people are bringing their coats. Will there be a coat check there?
Yeah, there's going to be a coat check. It's actually a pretty nice system. So they get their coats and then you get like a ticket number. And then whenever you want to come back and get your coats, they can look for it.
And what do you have to say to the people who plan not to go this year?
I say to you guys are missing out on a lot. It's a lot of fun, especially if you go with your friends and stuff. I'm not saying if you go with a date, it's not fun. But with all your friends, you guys can dance for hours and have lots of fun and go out with a memory.
All right, well, that's all the questions we had. I'm Gerald Libby, your class president. I hope to see you at the Winter Ball. All right, guys, have a good day.
All right, Mr. Main. Well, that's all we have for you today. I hope you guys are enjoying your sophomore year. There's a lot's already happened, but there's so much more to come. So like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, get involved, do something. If you see me, you see one of your class officers in the hall, you have a question, ask them. They're more than happy. They're here to serve you and be representatives of you for the class. So join the Instagram, go to the Winter Ball, listen up, and we're going to get some Disney information to you, and have a great day.
We won't see you before break, so have a safe and happy New Year's.